Good morning, children. Last class you have learned about interchange of degrees of comparison with many examples. Today you are going to learn about active and passive voice. All of you listen very carefully. Active and passive voice. Rama helps Hari. Hari is helped by Rama. Rama helps Hari. It is a active voice. Hari is helped by Rama. It is a passive voice. It will be seen that these two sentences express the same meaning. But in sentence 1, the form of the verb shows that the person denoted by the subject does something. The person denoted by the subject does something. Rama, the person denoted by the subject, does something. Rama helps Hari. Rama is subject here. Helps. Helping is one action, verb. He helps Hari. So, the form of the verb shows that the person denoted by the subject does something. What Rama is doing? Rama is helping Hari. Rama, the person denoted by the subject, does something. So, the verb helps is said to be in the active voice. The verb helps is said to be in the active voice. Hari is helped by Rama, passive voice. In sentence 2, the form of the verb shows that something is done to the person denoted by the subject. Now Hari becomes subject here. Something is done to the subject. Something is done. He is helped. By whom? By Rama. So, the person denoted by the subject. The form of the verb shows that something is done to the person denoted by the subject. The verb helped is said to be in the passive voice. The first sentence helps is in the active voice. In second sentence helped is in the passive voice. A verb is in the active voice when its form shows that the person denoted by the subject is doing something, or in other words, is the doer of the action. The active voice is so called because the person denoted by the subject acts. A verb is in the passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. The passive voice is so called because the person or thing denoted by the subject is not active but passive, that suffers or receives some action. A verb is in the active voice when its form shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject is doing something. It does something. Or in other words, is the doer of the action. The active voice is so called because the person denoted by the subject acts. A verb is in the passive voice when the form of the verb shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. The passive voice is so called because the person or thing denoted by the subject is not active but passive. It suffers or receives some action. Example. Rama plays tennis. Already I taught you subject and predicate. Every sentence has got two parts. One is subject, another one is predicate. The part which name the person, place and things are called subject, and the part which tells something about the subject is called predicate. Here the name of a person, the part which name the person, place, things and animals are called subject. The part which tells something about the subject is called predicate. Here Rama, the name of a person is subject. Plays tennis, it tells something about the subject, that is predicate. The verb, place is verb. The verb denoted by the subject is doing some action. The verb denoted by the subject is doing some action. What Rama is doing, what he does, he plays tennis. So here tennis is object. The verb denoted by the subject is doing some action. So it is an active voice, the doer of that action. In second sentence, the object becomes subject. Tennis is played by Rama. It is in passive voice. So tennis is subject, it is a thing, and is played is verb by whom? By Rama. So it is in passive voice because something is done to the subject. It is not active, but it is passive. It suffers or receives some action. Tennis is played by Rama. It is in passive voice. See the second sentence. Example. The peon opens the gate. Peon is subject. Opens, verb. The gate. The gate is object. So, the peon does some action. The doer of the action. The peon, what action he does? Opens the gate. Opening is one action. It is an active voice. When you are changing from active to passive, the object becomes the subject. So the gate is opened by the peon, passive voice. Something is done to the subject. It receives or suffers some action. So here the gate is opened by whom? By the peon. Third sentence. Megha waters the plants. Watering is one action. The verb waters is verb. The verb denoted by the subject Neha is doing some action. She waters the plants. The doer of the action is in active voice. The plants are watered by Neha. Why you are using or here? Because plants plural. Here the gate singular, so you are using is. And you are using past participle verb open, opened, opened. Play, played, played. The plants are, plants plural. The object becomes subject here. The subject is doing some action. Something is happened to the subject. What happened to the subject? It is watered. The plants are watered by Neha. Or you are using, because plants are plural, and you are using watered, past participle verb, water, watered, watered. By whom? By Neha. Understood, children? So, active voice is the verb denoted by the subject is doing some action, the doer of the action. So, it is in active voice, and passive voice, something is done to the subject. It receives or suffers some action. That is in passive voice. Understood, children? I will give you some more examples. Tomorrow's class, all of you take down the notes. Then thank you, children. Have a nice day.